Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the From the Back Tees podcast, a podcast that is from the back tees where we're coming to you live for once. I'm Jerry Lou. I'm playing golf live on Bandon Dunes right now. Sorry for the audio. But joining me as always is the founder, our intrepid hero and leader, Zachary Pencer. Zach, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
I'm all right. Don't nobody worry about me. And who else is on the blower today with us?
We got our Tiger expert, Nolan, here. Nolan, chime in.
Howdy. How are we all doing?
Nolan, good to see you. Good to hear from you. It's been a tick. How's the golf season been treating you?
Great. This is my favorite time of the year right here, where summer starts turning into fall. Still got some good long hours to hit the links after work, but I love that crisp fall morning too. So it's a great time to be here in the Pacific Northwest.
That's
awesome, brother.
Sounds like the horses are walking down with your walking. It's sort of nice.
I'm really sorry, guys. Like I said, hopefully maybe I can just duck out of this podcast quick, but I got to admit, this has got to be the very first podcast ever recorded live from a golf course, let alone Bandon Dunes, Oregon, folks. I just piped my drive down the right-hand side of number 7 fairway, and when I get here with some yardage, I'm going to tell you what I got in front of me. I'm going to ask you guys your advice. So in the meantime, you guys filibuster.
Oh, it's nice. The audio is not bad, though. How's everything going with you, though, Nolan? It's been a while.
Oh yeah, it's been great. Not much to report. Just I've shot some of the best rounds of my life this summer, so that was pretty awesome. I nearly missed out shooting my best round at Langdon Farms with a solid double bogey on 18. Just an entire choke job. But
Langdon Farms. I love me some Langdon Farms. That's a great track.
Jerry, I like how you figured out the mute halfway through your walk.
Yes, thanks. Sorry.
That was nice. The audience got that. Oh, see, now they know. He's figured it out. That is some course, though. If only we could be out there. Elmridge Country Club is no match.
Yeah,
sorry, guys. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I tell you what, like the thing about I can get Nolan out here very easily because we just play play it by ear. The weather out here, you can come on down, play 18 holes. You guys are most certainly my guests. Anytime you want to come play out here, we'll enjoy a nice afternoon round like you guys are seeing right now. Only you two are seeing this.
Love it. Nolan's so close. The dream. You got to go.
Yeah, I'll be down there shortly. Don't worry.
Shane.
Love it. Oh,
yeah. I was spotting a golf ball for. We're playing with 2 maintenance guys. One of them is the green cutter for Bandon Dunes. The other works on Sheep Ranch.
Okay, so
Sheep Ranch.
All right, so fellas, I got a big crosswind here, very uphill and 115 out. Should I mash a wedge or should I lay back on a 9-iron?
Mash a wedge.
Okay.
Easy call. Mash that wedge.
Mashing wedge. I'm gonna mute you guys. I'll see you in a second.
Okay, give us the good news. So Nolan, what's the good word on Tiger? What are we thinking for next year?
Oh man, I can't wait for next year to come around. He's got a couple little fill-in tournaments this, whatever you want to call it, wraparound season. I mean, technically the 2020 PGA Tour season starting already. He's got some fun stuff on the agenda, going over to Japan and hitting it around there, saying hi to the fans, doing what Tiger does, and then eventually his Hero World Challenge in Albany, Bahamas. So just hopefully dusting off some of the rust, getting healthy. That's the main. Keep Tiger out of the headlines during the off season is kind of the goal that I'm looking for this off season. Technically there probably is no PGA Tour off season, but right. It'll be good to see him back. I'm not sure if they're doing some sort of the match again. I remember there being talks of like a foursome being formed or something for a similar shindig that went down with him and Phil. But yeah, he's not staying out of the limelight at all. He's right back in it. I love following Phil on Twitter, dude. What about you?
Phil's the best. He gave us a good response. Came at me on Twitter. Loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I said, how many tournaments do you think Tiger plays this year? Over, under, 8.5.
Ooh. Over, under, 8.5.
Under.
Under.
There's
Wow. The under. So what he playing? Are you counting this Japan tournament and his Hero World Challenge?
Yeah. So we got 16.
Yes. Man, if you get those two and then throw in the majors, that's 6 already.
Yeah, and then he's going to play Arnie's event.
Yeah, Arnie's and Jack's is usually a must, and the players. So that'd be 9 for you right there. So I'm going to take that over.
Ooh, Jerry wants the action.
Oh, sorry. Coming back to you live at the course. The action is I bladed the hell out of my pitching wedge up into no man's land. And I just yelled at my teammate, Cap, to soldier on as I come up here to the tee box so I can have a few minutes to chat with you guys because my phone's actually dwindling. It's like under 20% right now. So I probably only got a few more minutes to hang out with you guys.
The dying phone. That's fair. So, Jerry, before you leave, since we're going to talk about it later, who are your major picks?
So I didn't do very good research in terms of what I was asking you guys privately the other day in terms of what courses they're playing, whatever, but I'd be a fool not to say sign me up for Koepka for all of them. I wouldn't rule out Tiger for Augusta, obviously. I really have a strong feeling about Patrick Cantlay getting his first. Honestly, this season. I mean, he's 7th in the world. He's trending. He's got all the pieces. I mean, he's a solid golfer all around. I really, unfortunately, I wish I had more solid picks. You're right, because I'm out here dicking off instead of doing my solid research like I should. But I hate to say it, if we need somebody in our camp to be that guy who picks the same asshole for every single major, and I'm going to be that asshole, I'll take Brooks Koepka for all 4. I mean, and everyone else can not pick Koepka and pick everyone else, and we can make some heavy props if we want to. Because screw it, I'll take Koepka for all 4, hands down. I
got Koepka for the U.S. Open, but that's about it.
Then you're only a quarter of the way where I'm at, brother.
I got to go all in.
No, seriously, I am much like how I've been the president of the DJ fan club. I think I've shifted my membership over to the Brooks Koepka camp, so to speak. So, I mean, there's absolutely no reason why this guy shouldn't win all the majors.
I'd be curious what his line is on him winning one major next year. Was it 2-1 odds?
I feel like it.
No, easily.
Wow, that sounds about right.
Well, listen, guys, I really hate to bow out. This would have been great, but it's mostly because my phone's dying. It's been a lot of fun, but otherwise it's not working out. So, Zach, Nolan, I trust you guys will helm the ship proper.
We won't completely destroy it.
All right, guys. I love you guys. I look forward to listening to this later, what you guys talk about.
I see you, Jerry.
All right, peace. Can't wait to see you out here.
Yeah, will do. Hit him high and straight.
And that was Jerry Lou for you, the host of the show. Is now gone.
Live and now gone.
Live exit from the host. So what about
you're telling me I have to fill in the shoes?
Yeah, exactly. Now it's on to you. You have to do the whole singing shtick. He has it.
Gosh.
So who are your major picks?
Yeah, let's jump right in. Why not? I too, haven't really given this tons of thought. But I would not be a Tiger fan if I didn't pick him to win at least one next year.
Fair.
But I'm going to go with the Open for Tiger next year. He's going to win the closing major of the year in Sandwich, England. I think most Opens will suit him pretty well. So I'm not not confident in picking him to win there. But any of these other, typical U.S. courses, he really didn't fare well this year. And whether that's a health problem or his game right now, who knows? I mean, he did not play well in the British this year also, but I think that really had to do with it being cold and wet. And that kind of leads me to talking into more about him. I really ultimately, if it is cold and or wet, he's not going to do well. And I think
Just
that's
don't show up.
pretty safe betting going forward. So, but I think they get a decent summer there and across the pond, and we could see Tiger getting one step closer to Jack. So that would be pretty exciting. Now for the other three, it's so hard not to pick Brooks for any of these, especially in the light of what was just announced today. But I am gonna try to stay away from Brooks and see how that goes. Maybe this will just be a down year for him. I don't know. I'm just trying to be different, basically. So I'm gonna go with Rory winning the Masters. I think he'll finally lock up his career Grand Slam. That would be pretty awesome for him and great storyline. And if he can continue his good play, it's the first major up. So the closer to his good closing of this 2019. So and then what else do we got? The PGA is.
Before you move to the other ones, I got to ask, what do you think about Tiger at the Masters? Do you think he'll at least finish high?
Yeah, I definitely think he'll do pretty well. Like I said, he's got all off season to hopefully get his body right. There's definitely something, he had that small knee surgery again. So something bothering him. So it's definitely good to have, this off season for him. I think top 10 would, not be out of the question at all. So I continue to see him contend in that major for a couple more years to come at least. So, what do you think for who you got for the Masters?
For the Masters, I'm actually going with Rombo, John Rahm. I think he finally wins one. He seems to have gotten his mental game a bit more in check, at least. He used to
I remember
100% blow up.
Yeah, at the Masters, he did have a little blow up on that par 5, right?
13?
Where he shanked one.
Or 11.
11, I think. The first one.
He didn't listen to his caddy.
Yeah.
And then, I think he wins one. I know it's not necessarily a bomber's course, Augusta, but the closer you get, the easier it is. I'm very for that strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of the Brooks Koepka strategy, just hit it as far as you could and figure it out from there.
Yeah.
And then
not a bad pick.
My Open Championship pick, I got to go with another first-time winner of Xander, the San Diego.
Xander, love him. Yeah.
Him, I feel like the weather won't get to him at all. He'll give himself a chance, and I think he'll finally win one.
Yeah, that's definitely not a bad selection there. I feel like you could pick any of these guys in the top 20, and no one would be surprised if they win a major next year.
Well, all the guys I picked for sure are not winning. All the guys Jerry picked for sure not winning. So we're really running out of people.
Yeah, we gotta look back on our picks and see if anyone ever made a right selection.
Me and Jerry had 0 right. We picked 2 or 3 for every tournament and never got 1 right.
You know that there's that one old TV show, What Not to Wear. People can just come to us for who not to pick. So.
Exactly. I picked Dylan Fratelli the week before he won. Real shit.
That's insane right there.
So what about the PGA Championship and the U.S. Open?
So PGA, remind me again, that is at U.S. Open's at Winged Foot. And then PGA is...
Had it 1 second ago. I sent it to Jerry for this exact moment.
Right.
Oh, here, I got it for you. TPC Harding.
Right, in San Francisco. Yep.
Exactly.
Okay. So, yeah, I feel like Brooks out of PGA sounds pretty locked in, but again, I'm trying to figure out who's going to win other than Brooks Koepka next year. I too love Xander. I too love Cantley. I know Jerry sounded off on Cantley. PGA Championships and a great one for first-time winners to come and win because it's more typically set up like a traditional PGA Tour stop. Oh man, there's a lot of great picks. I like John Rahm also to possibly get that, but I think I'm gonna go Xander for the PGA. So to piggyback on you.
Okay.
Yeah, I just love. I mean, he's just got solid all-around game, and he's been up. Him and like Tony Finau, I feel like have finished like top 10ing in major tournaments quite frequently.
Tony Finau in, I think it was 2017, like top 5 every major.
Yeah, so I mean, one of those, just another guy who's always there, and the more times you're there, the better chance you are to, finally pull through on one. So, yeah, I like PGA for first-time winner. Why not go with Xander?
And then for PGA, I went with Rory because, I mean, you got to have him win one. We'll get talking about that when he won the Player of the Year, but yeah, he has to win one. Someone we're just not talking about is DJ.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and you got to think Rory's going to be hungry for a major win just to kind of silence the people who think he didn't really deserve Player of the Year based on not winning a major. So that'll be, I would fully expect Rory to get one next year. But yeah, DJ, man, what's going on with? I mean,
he hasn't even played poorly. I think he won twice.
Yeah, he's still third in the world, and just he hasn't really. He factored a little bit into the Masters, but can't really recall him contending much.
There's so many good players now. It's crazy. Even like Justin Rose. When I went to the Farmers, Justin Rose was number 1 in the world. He had come top 10, I think, in like 15 straight tournaments. Ended up winning the Farmers, and then everyone's like, this is the guy who's dominating, and no one talks about him either.
Yeah, it's just the ebbs and flows, man. So many guys right now. So many good guys that can just take over, become hot, and everyone thinks that they're going to win. They turn to like King Midas where everything they touch turns to gold. But eventually that seems to run out. And the only one who it really hasn't run out on is Brooks Koepka lately. So
that's true. I guess Rory too. He just had a crazy year.
That's true.
Brooks is my guy I'm taking for the Open, though. He won 17-18. He took a little break. He was tired of having the trophy, and now gets it right back.
The U.S. Open at Winged Foot, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great course name.
Yeah. So there's some demons to be had at Winged Foot, correct? I feel like has Phil and DJ both stumbled at Winged Foot on the U.S. Open. Yeah.
Phil probably did. Phil stumbled at most places.
Well, Phil has how many? Phil has like 5 second place finishes.
Yeah.
In the U.S. Open, his final major that he needs, which would be also pretty incredible if he could pull it off there at Winged Foot. Because I want to say he second place at Winged Foot once in the U.S. Open before. I am not going to go with Phil, even though that'd be, a pretty awesome story. I just do not see his game has been kind of in shambles for a year and a half. I mean, he won 2 years ago. I think he won once.
2 years, yeah. He had a good year that year. He was doing well.
Yeah.
Great stretch of like 6 months. He had a second place this year.
Right. I mean, obviously still a great golfer. But hasn't been able to, fine tune everything. His hit and bomb strategy has probably hurt him a little. Yeah. But my U.S. Open pick, I'm gonna go with the fan favorite, Mr. Ricky Fowler. Ricky Fowler is gonna pull through for me, at least. I see him. I see Xander. I see Tony Finau. I see so many of these guys who just need to get one. I mean, Xander and Tony are pretty young, but Ricky's like 31 now or 30.
Another first-time winner.
Still young, but yeah, those would be my four. I'd go Rory, Xander, Ricky, Tiger. Guarantee that's not going to happen. There'll definitely be, there's bound to be someone thrown in there like a Mark Leishman or, someone a little outside the box that's still, a great player. So, yeah, exactly.
I feel like, what are your thoughts on that? That we have there's so many young guys. I feel like it has to be the best time in golf with so many young players.
Yeah, I totally agree. The competition in golf has just kind of skyrocketed ever since Tiger, obviously. All the kids growing up watching Tiger are now flooding the PGA Tour. So that I guarantee that has something to do with it. That'd be something to see, like a guy like Victor Hovland or Wolf or any of those guys pull off a major victory next year. That would just set the PGA Tour on fire, I would feel like.
Yeah, I could see it. Wouldn't completely shock me. Or Rory could just dominate. But.
Yeah. Which is so funny. I used to be such a Rory hater. Like, when what hole was it on the Masters? He famously just like duck hooked it like 50 yards to those houses that no one even like knew there were houses over there at the Masters.
Like we found houses.
Yeah, it's like hole 2 or something, or I can't remember, but I just remember being happy because I was a huge Tiger fan, and I was probably afraid of Rory taking over the Tiger mantle or something. And I felt good. I felt good that Rory was crumbling in front of my eyes. But
I hate it.
The dude's he's come a long way, and I totally respect him now. He gives great interviews, really good candid answers that people love to hear, and he's just he's finally found a happy spot in his golfing career where hopefully we'll see it trickle into some more victories for him, because the guy's nothing but good.
Yeah, one thing I feel like people don't realize how short of a person he is.
Oh my
gosh, I don't know how he hits it so hard.
I always, anytime I'm talking to someone who, if I'm just golfing with someone I get paired up with or talking to someone about golf, I'm like, you realize Rory is like 5'8.5" or like 5'9"?
I don't think he is. I feel like he's shorter. I saw him at the Farmers.
Probably.
When I was taking a cab home or an Uber home from the Farmers, we actually went through like the media tent, and he was also waiting for his car. And we're not allowed to say anything to him. And I looked to my side. First time I look, I'm like, oh, like I just looked away. I didn't think it was anyone. And then all of a sudden I look back and I'm like, wait, that's Rory. The guy is like, I feel like he's like 5'6", and they're just lying about his height. And he somehow hits like 340.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that most athletes, at least in, of course, in high school sports it's totally different, but everyone lied about their height and weight in high school sports, and then it probably trickles into some of the upper ranks too. But
even pros,
and when you always see like actors, they're always listed as a different height just because they don't want to be the short. There's so many short actors that
Kevin Durant making himself shorter.
Yeah, that too. He's like, no, I want to fit the small forward mold. I don't want to be
I'm
like
6'11".
Yeah. Yeah, the Rory, I don't even understand it. His swing isn't even. It's not like it's like John Daly long. I don't understand how he creates so much power. It's incredible.
I wonder if it's more training or more natural, like movements that he just like a freak in some ways that his body could move.
Yeah, the dude's incredible. But
do you agree with his player of the year?
Exactly. Yeah, about Rory, and player of the year announced that he took the trophy kind of out of Koepka's hands. I feel like a lot of people were leaning towards Koepka, at least in the golf media, and thinking Rory could definitely steal some votes and, make it close. But a lot of people were thinking it was Koepka's to lose, so to speak. I was slightly shocked. I personally thought, Rory had all the better statistics than Koepka. He just didn't have the major. He won the Tour Championship, which in itself is who had the best year. So at least that's the PGA Tour's way of measuring it. And he had the best scoring average, and obviously won the most money. With a huge bonus. And he won the Players, which is like the 5th major, right? So that's on everyone's mind too. The Players actually it's the toughest field tournament on the entire schedule. So it's like he beat the best
players in it.
No, it just draws like every top player, whereas like sometimes like the U.S. Open, it gets watered down because all the amateurs and whatnot. So. And the British Open as well. But yeah, so I don't know. What do you think? I thought it was very deserving. It's kind of splitting hairs for me between Koepka and McIlroy.
Yeah, I think I agree. If Rory doesn't win the Tour Championship, obviously I probably don't give it to him. But he put up a crazy season. Like you said, he definitely, the Players to me is like another major. So you got to give him one there. And the only problem is now Brooks is going to win like every single tournament because Brooks is not a good for everyone else.
Yeah, what repercussions are we going to see on the PGA Tour now that Brooks might be angry?
Rory was probably pissed that he won. He's like, damn. Now Brooks is
like, crap.
But yeah.
See Brooks go Hulk mode on us.
Yeah, now we're into the new season. We actually have one of our guys. I don't know if you knew that. He's running the Twitter for the next 2 days, live tweeting the Sanderson Farms. Not the Sanderson Farms. What am I saying? The Greenbrier.
Greenbrier, yeah.
Yeah, which is great. He's getting us in touch with some caddies. Hopefully we'll have some good people. We're churning along.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Awesome news. Great stuff from the back tees. I myself got to go to the women's tournament here in Portland, the Cambia Classic, which
the recap.
Yeah, no, it was really fun. I just went for one day. Pretty awesome. That course is awesome. Columbia Edgewater. The girls they always rave about how awesome that course is, and to be honest, and they always say the greens are the best that they play all year. It's perfect time to come play in Oregon, of course, in August. So yeah, no, it was great layout, great track. There's a good amount of fans for a Saturday, that's for sure, and it's great to see the ladies draw those kind of crowds. But it was pretty awesome to get close to some of those. I mean, every girl out there has just like a flawless swing. And it's like, I don't know what it stems from, but like you get so many unique swings on the PGA Tour, but like every single girl out there, I feel like just has a dynamite swing. And it's just like, yeah. So it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, she was out there.
Yeah. I gave her a little good luck, and she like said thanks to me or something. While she was walking off the practice putting green and like walked right by me, and I felt like a little high school kid like geeking out, dude. She's like younger than me. What am I doing?
Did you get good access to the event?
Yeah, no, it was good. I got to go into the media room, and I didn't get to stick around that much, but they had an area where you could do posts around media. But yeah, it was really cool, and they put on a pretty awesome event there. So I went to the U.S. Open this year, and that was just such a mess. And like that couple Pebble Beach. Like, getting in and out of there is terrible. But
Really?
in Portland, it's so easy, and they had just giant parking lots for everyone to come into, and they had a special media lot. So, yeah, they catered to us pretty good. So, that was fun.
And once we're talking Portland, we're going on a full tangent here. Trailblazer season. You know I'm a fan now. You've made me decide on a team. They're now my team because Lillard isn't scum like the rest of them. What's the prediction?
So ESPN has us finishing 7th in the West, which I just found so disrespectful.
7th? That is wrong.
How are you gonna do that to the team that always overperforms their expectations, the team that made it to the Western Conference Finals this year without their third best player? Like, my goodness, could you get any more disrespectful, ESPN?
The disrespect that they show.
Yeah, and the West got real interesting this year, obviously, with the offseason. With AD going to the Lakers and Kawhi and Paul George teaming up in Flipperland, and OKC going to the dumpster fire, but Houston trying to figure something out, see if two ball needy guards can work out again.
I think Portland beats out Houston for sure.
That'll be probably one of the bigger fights. You know, everyone's picking the Clippers to finish first, which I don't disagree with. I think they've got two of the best wings in the game, and one of them's a 2-time Finals MVP. So, yeah, no arguments there. Kawhi Leonard is unreal, and they've got they're both great two-way players. So it's like whatever you throw around that, it's going to be better than what anyone else has right now. I'm not completely sold on the Lakers. Not completely sold on Houston, although I think anywhere from like 2 to 6, so if you got the Clippers at number 1, 2 to 6 could be something like Houston. You could get Denver back up there. They got better, I think. Utah got better with Conley and a guy from Indiana with a long name that I can't think of right now. But, yeah, there you go. Bogdanovich. He's a good player. I mean,
Bojan Bogdanovic. There's also Bojan, not related.
There's two of them. Yeah. So, I mean, and then you throw Portland in there, I think, too. So that's 4 teams that could finish anywhere from 2 to 6, in my opinion. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Come on, Nolan, do some math.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. How many did you name? No.
Utah, Denver, Houston, Portland. I'm missing one.
Utah, Denver, Portland, Houston,
someone else
Lakers.
Is factor in there. Oh, yes, I did mention the Lakers. Okay. Yeah, I'm not completely sold on them. I feel like they could finish 6th, and then
heard it here first.
Those last 2 spots could be, up for grabs. But anyone in the playoffs, I think, has got a chance. It'll benefit the 2 seed for sure to not have to play the Clippers in the second round. They'll have to meet them in the Western Conference Finals. So, whoever stays healthy, health is always huge in the NBA. You get one injury and you're a completely different team. Example being the Portland Trailblazers. But, getting back to them,
not a big deal.
I love the accusations they made. I love, we're still flexible right now, cap-wise, salary and contract-wise, with Hassan Whiteside being a 1-year deal guy. We could trade him at the deadline if Nurk comes back healthy right around that same time. And, get a real difference maker because that's a big sum of cap. And then it'll be interesting. What I'm really looking forward to is I think CJ McCollum is going to step up even more. If he continues his play that he was doing during that Denver series. That'll be huge. And then big story is Anthony Simons coming off the bench, being our backup point guard now.
Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, Anthony Simons. Yeah. Yep. Everyone wants to say Simmons or whatever. Yeah, Anthony. He's named after Penny Hardaway, Anthony Hardaway, the guy who he was great. He just got injured. He played for the Magic way back when Shaq was there, and so yeah, it'll be a fun year. I think him developing will be huge for us, and there's a lot of talk of his development and how much he can grow. So getting Rodney Hood back was obviously huge. Kent Bazemore is a great addition. We're a little more athletic, a little more explosive. But once Nurk is back, man, he was huge. So it'll be nice to have him.
Yeah, I think the acquisition of Whiteside was a sick call on their part. I don't know why they didn't pay him too much either. Compared to some.
No, I mean, well, we're paying him. He's under contract for 1 more year, so he's going to be a free agent. So yeah, that's the great thing about the contracts we added. They're all 1-year deals, so we'd have flexibility this coming off season if for some reason this doesn't all work out. So we'll see.
Yeah, McCollum Lillard, best backcourt in the league.
Let's go. Yeah.
But yeah, before we finish here, we'll go back to one more golf-related content. Who do you think is going to be the player of the year next year?
Ooh, wow, that is a big ask. I'm gonna try to stay away from my trend of I'm gonna try to stay on my trend of not picking Brooks. So we'll see. I'm looking even more stupid further along this podcast goes. Wow, do you already have one loaded up that you think?
I do. I'll go with it. I'm going with the Masters winner, John Rahm.
John Rahm, okay, I love it.
I think he puts it together. The guy has so much potential. He has the short game, the long game. He just can't figure out how to between the ears, as they say.
Yeah, that'd be an awesome thing to see him rise to the top. Kind of, I wouldn't mind seeing a guy like Justin Thomas really breaking through, and kind of. I think he won the FedEx Cup once already, and that was. I mean, FedEx Cup is sort of silly in that if you win those playoff events, you got a really good shot at the end. And I think that's kind of what he ended up doing. I think who else did that? Billy Horschel won like the FedEx Cup 1 year. And I mean, no offense to Billy Horschel, but I love the guy and I love his style. He's got great golf style. But I mean, if the FedEx Cup is a true reflection of who had the best year, then I don't know if it was Billy Horschel that year or not. But.
Probably not.
So yeah, I'm gonna go Justin Thomas. Or no, scratch that. I'm gonna go.
Oh, it's gonna come back to haunt you. I'm changing to Justin Thomas.
I'm gonna go Tony Finau. You see I follow him on Instagram. Okay. The
Does
dude,
he actually run his Instagram?
What's that?
Does he actually run his own Instagram?
He does. That's what I remember we talked about on a earlier
Jerry
podcast about
not running his Twitter.
Yeah, Jerry, he's like, what? Nike's like running Tony's own Twitter account. Like, why does Tony doesn't have enough clout to have like Nike running his own Twitter? So, which I agree, he doesn't have that kind of tiger clout. But Tony, he runs his own Instagram, and it's entertaining, man. And he's got like this son, and he's always out golfing with his son, so it's cute. But he was out like practicing with his coach, and it was like he posted a bunch of Instagram stories on his quest to 200 mile per hour ball speed, and the dude got it to 200 miles an hour. It was incredible. And he's got such a short backswing to begin with, so it was going Okay, it was a downhill like driver shot, and I think it's probably in like Utah. So it was probably at elevation, but his his carry was like 430 or something.
That's absurd.
Yeah, the numbers are obviously very skewed, but yeah, absurd numbers
It's
nonetheless.
gonna be great to see him at that. What's the event they play in? Is it in New Mexico or
Oh yeah, you're right.
whatever it is? That'll be
gosh,
a great event.
yeah. Oh yeah, but yeah, they play that one in Mexico in the World Golf Championship.
Yeah, that'll be great to see. Before we go though,
Yeah,
I'll give you the Canadian trivia.
Do it.
We're gonna see how close you could get. This is good because I have all the numbers. So Canada produces 70% of the world's maple syrup. In 2010, the province of Quebec produced 90% of the world's syrup. How much do you think they produced in gallons?
What on earth? Oh my gosh. Okay. Gallons of, let's see, how much maple syrup do I put on like my waffles in the morning?
You gotta
I don't even
multiply that by the amount of people.
Times the amount of people. So I'm guessing how many gallons Quebec produced that year.
Yeah.
Let's go with 10 million gallons.
Wow. Very close. Well, not very, but Jerry would have been like 69 million gallons.
At least a factor close, yeah.
No, if Jerry's listening, we know you would have got it spot on. It's 7.989 million gallons.
Wow.
And do you know?
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed.
So Vermont is the second biggest producer. Do you know how much they produced?
Well, I don't know, like 1 million gallons.
Wow, you are very good at this trivia game. 890,000.
Man, not bad.
That's as good as it gets. And with that, that's our pod. Nolan, you want to tell people how they could get in contact with you or check out your own personal feed?
Oh yeah, of course. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, just at Nolan Smith, Nolan T Smith, excuse me. Pretty simple there. And then of course on From the Back Tees, check out my latest article about kind of Tiger's recap and what might be up for him in the future. And can't wait for Big Cat to get back out there and we can start producing some more content for him. I'm excited.
Yeah, all right. Thanks so much, Nolan, and we'll have you on soon again for sure. It's almost Tiger season.
All right, appreciate it. Yeah, let's go. Appreciate it, Zach. Thanks.